Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to send salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. Alright, so this lesson is going to be about the uproars of the people. People are protesting Donald Trump right now because of, you know what I'm saying, the war with the Traffles and, you know, the war of, you know, where these deals are going to be with these Traffles with China and Canada and all this right now. It's messing with people's 401k. Things are going to get higher. Items are going to cost more. People are going to be spending more money, and it's like a war going on of who's going to budge first. It's going to be China or it's going to be America. All right, and basically Trump is playing hardball with China, saying, "Hey, you know, hey, you either gonna get down or lay down." Basically, like it's getting to that point. You know, Trump's like, "Listen, we're gonna do this deal, but on our terms. You know, on our terms, we're gonna do this deal." And China's like, "Hell no, we are not weak anymore. You know, we are not as weak as you think we are. You know, like the scriptures talk about. You know, like these other nations are not gonna be punked by America no more, man. All right, and America's gonna have to suffer for that, and it's the American people who are gonna suffer. All right, and you can see all these people are protesting Donald Trump. All right. You know, all these people are out here protesting him and his little sidekick, Elon Musk. All right. All these people. Even here in Chicago. Look at all these people in Chicago, man. All these people. They pissed off. All right. So all these people, man, this is literally out of the scriptures, and things are just going to get worse and worse. And the scriptures speak on this, man. You know, the scriptures talk about this, and we're seeing it right before our eyes. All right, we're looking right at it, and it's happening. You know. Like it's happening slowly, you know. Like the scriptures talk about a woman in travail. You know, it talks about how like it gives an example of a woman in labor. Like these are the beginning stages of it before she has her baby. You know, this is just the beginning. But it's going to get bad. Really, really bad. And the scriptures speak on this. This is Matthew 24:6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye will not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet." So it's the beginning. It's the beginning of it, you know? Like this is the, you know what I'm saying, like they say, like the tip of the iceberg, I guess. It's the beginning. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And that's on the way more and more. There's definitely been a lot of earthquakes, over like the last decade or so. It's just been a shit ton of earthquakes. And as far as the famines and the pestilence, we just had a damn worldwide pandemic. You know what I mean? That people are just getting over, and it's gonna be more. All right, it's gonna be more to come because those variants are still out there. All right, they're gonna cook up some more. Don't worry, there'll be more on the way. All right, more man-made variants will be put out. All right, it says, and all these are the beginning of sorrows. All right, so these are the beginning of the sorrows. All right, it's the beginning stages. All right, and then it's gonna get even worse. All right, this is gonna get so bad out here. All right, jump down to verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And then you're gonna get people that are just gonna get even more wicked, because they're gonna be like, because these people out here made it known that they love Donald Trump, like these celebrities, your friends, and all that. And then eventually, once things get so bad, they're gonna be like, y'all voted for this dude. Y'all the reason why we in this situation. If we had just voted for Kamala, things would have been better. And then people are gonna turn on each other. All right, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna be family versus family, friends versus friends. All right, in that day. All right. Second address, 1519. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So your neighbor, who you've been knowing, all right, you probably actually borrowed something from him and gave it back. But now ain't no borrowing. Whatever I want, I'm gonna take it. And if he can't fend himself from me, then that's so be it. But they're gonna turn on each other, man. All right, it's gonna be bad out here. All right, once the people uproar to the point where they just cannot, they just can't stand each other, man. All right, they can't stand one another. All right, they don't want to be around each other. It's not safe to even be around nobody. All right, it'll get to that point. All right, verse 16. I'm gonna jump up. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right? So sedition among men, meaning they're going to be against the powers that be. Your presidents, governors, mayors, everybody. People are going to turn on them. And right now, what we saw in those protests, they're turning on their major power, their major leader leader of their country, Donald Trump. They're turning on him, protesting. All right, tell them they don't like what's going on. All right, but it's gonna cook up and get way worse, because things are gonna get way worse here. The economy's getting way worse. The stock market is dipping. I just saw something pop up on my phone about the Dow Jones just dipped. People's 401ks are getting screwed up right now, including mine. All right. So, this is just the beginning of those sorrows. All right. So with that, all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua.